up here. Christine Parker, she's the director, the writer, the producer, and the cinematographer, as well as our movie star, Carrie. Hey there again.
Hello.
Well, again, I'm going to open it up to you guys because we met them earlier, but now you've seen their work in action. So let us know if you guys have any questions. Yes.
So I'm wondering, on the decision to go black and white, was that always your intent? And was it shot in black and white, or did you do it post?
It was always their intent. I felt like it really, I love black and white films, and I thought it just really added to the atmosphere of the film, even though it wasn't like a period piece or anything. And we did not shoot it in black and white, we did it in post.
I know you said earlier that as you're scouting locations, what sort of limitations did you find? You mentioned having a location that would be flexible without shooting hours and serving multiple needs. Did you find any obstacles that forced any script changes, or perhaps inspired a new shot or setup for your story?
Well, actually, when we were shooting at the bed and breakfast, it ran a lot later than we thought it would. So we didn't have time to do a bathroom scene, and they didn't really have a bathroom that they would let us mess up. So we ended up using our bathroom at the what was it, the Holiday Inn. Yeah. We went to the hotel, and we were up till like 3 o'clock in the morning covering the whole bathroom in plastic, and then spraying chocolate syrup everywhere. So.
Yeah, they woke me up at 3. They woke me up at 3 a.m. I was on the couch.
We let her sleep for a bit, yeah.
And then it's time.
Get in the bathtub.
I'm like, what?
Yes.
When they dragged Carrie across the floor, was there some kind of little slide or something?
I am so glad you asked that question. I have to tell you, I weighed about 120 pounds heavier than that about a year before. And I had gone through this whole exercise and Weight Watchers and dropped 120 pounds. Well, my rule book in acting was don't let anyone grab your arms and pull you. And what happened was I was very hesitant, and Christine saying, you have to pull her across. I said, okay. I think I let her use both arms. Now, you have to realize this was very Hitchcock, the way that this film came across. And so I said, okay. So Catherine grabs both arms and whisks me across. I thought I was going to dislocate both arms. But I was like,
Silk pajamas,
all
too.
right. I'm like, bye. Anyway, so Christine has the audacity to say, oh no, when Betty Davis dragged Joan Crawford, she only used one arm. And I looked at Catherine and go. So I'm so glad you asked that. It's one of my favorite backstories.
Yes.
So, can you talk to me about the eye prosthetic and how long that took for you?
Well, you probably know. They put it on you.
It took a little while to get it right because I have a lot of facial expressions and stuff, and they're like, be quiet, be quiet.
Sit still. Yeah. I think it was at least an hour or so, right, before for him applying. The
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're always hoping that it'll last too because they don't stay on sometimes. So you're always like, makeup.
That's why the eye patch was helpful,
Oh God, yes.
Yeah. Anyone else? Yes.
Why the idea? I seen in the credits it says special thanks to someone who introduced you to the plastics.
Oh, yeah.
So why the remake? Was that your idea to do it, or was did someone come to you to do this particular story?
My mom was the one that introduced me to the classics, and we always loved the Poe stories. That was one of our favorites. And I wanted to do a black and white film, and I thought Poe, lent itself to black and white. So that was the reason that I chose that particular story. That's one of my favorite short stories, and I wanted to give it kind of a female twist. So that's why I kind of used a lot of inspiration from Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, and the two sisters, and how they rivaled and hated each other, and just kind of married the two together a little bit.
Question, and I don't know if it was on purpose or not, or I'm just reading a little bit too much into the
Uh-huh.
cinematography of what you did, but when it started, when they were little, and the camera angle was always up,
Uh-huh.
and then the middle scene where she's about to go on stage, it seemed like it was
Yeah.
not quite like normal height where the camera was, and then
Uh-huh.
at the end, the camera was much higher in a lot
Yeah.
of the scenes. Was that conscious? It seemed like to really lend to the different time periods that you jumped to throughout the movie.
Yeah, definitely in that first part, I wanted everything to be kind of from their perspective, so I kind of tried to keep it on level with them. A lot of the later shots in it, I stole some of the shots from Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, so the overhead kind of shots to make her seem kind of smaller and helpless, so yeah.
I was wondering who your director influences are.
Hitchcock is a big influence. Let's see, who else? John Huston. And I love Sam Raimi. So, as for modern influence, yeah. Yes.
When you showed the heart underneath the floorboard,
Uh-huh.
was that like an actual effect that you guys made, or was it like?
It was a real heart. No.
Yeah.
No.
Can't you see?
Yeah, we made it. It's basically like almost like a heart mold, and then we put balloons in it, and then pump the air in and out. Yeah. Yes.
You, how long did it take to actually finish the film, and what was the toughest part of it to produce?
Okay. We did it over 2 weekends, and then the editing process probably took a couple of months, I think. The hardest part was probably doing that bathtub scene at 3:00 in the morning, because I had to get the angle of her, chopping down. So I was sitting in the bathtub, and they were spraying chocolate syrup, and it got all over me. I was covered in chocolate at 3 a.m. in the morning in the bathtub. Thanks. Yes.
I saw you fighting the tool man. Was he the Holiday Inn tool man, or?
No, it was a friend of ours who Caroline, she was one of the production assistants. Her dad had a bunch of really awesome tools that he lent to us for the production.
Did you have to actually cast Carrie's face for the severed
Yeah.
head? 'Cause it
Yeah.
looked a
Yeah, you
lot
want to talk
like
about that?
Yes, my face was actually cast. Was the first casting I've ever had, and I was getting claustrophobia, but they talked me through it.
You were
You
laying
know,
on the floor of my kitchen
I know.
for
But
a long time.
it was, but I have to say, Bill
Uh-huh.
is one of the best special effects makeup guys in the business, and he also has a great like a doctor, bedside manner. He talks you through it. He
Yeah.
keeps you calm. He pets your head. I'm like, yeah, but it was good. I've been cast several times since then.
Yeah. Not as scary now.
Do you still have the cast? Is it on your mantle, or?
I think Bill still has
Bill
it.
still has it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
My recollection is a little bit fuzzy, but from Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, was the bad sister adopted? And if she was not, why did you bring that into the plot?
And Whatever Happened to Baby Jane? No, she was not adopted. I think part of it was because the people that we cast for the part looked so different from each other. And I thought it would be kind of interesting to have one of the sisters have this past that was kind of jaded. I mean, they kind of alluded to the fact that her mother was insane, and you know how sometimes that's passed down through families. So they didn't quite know what they were getting in for when they adopted her.
I thought that added a nice richness, that added
Thanks.
some texture.
Thank you.
Good choice.
And oh, one more. We'll take
Okay,
one more.
One more.
So what are your future plans with this short film in terms of festivals? Are you going to expand it?
Okay, well, this one has already been made the festival round, so this one's about ready to retire, and will go on our YouTube channel, Sick Chick Flicks on YouTube. What we're going to do is we want to do a couple of other post stories, so we're going to do The Mask of the Red Death. That's going to be our next one. We just need to find a grand ballroom somewhere, and we're going to do it steampunk style. So it should be fun. Yeah.
Wow, see, the more we get to know them, aren't these ladies awesome? Thank you so much again for being here. It's been a pleasure.